Hello dear student, this is Amir Khan, your social studies teacher. Today we discuss about the environment and where we will learn about in the environment we'll learn about what is environment. Then we will find what is the causes of the environment damage and how his human impact on environment. Then we will discuss about the global warming and its cause and its impact on the earth, and also we will give some suggestion to control how we can control on it. So what is environment? Environment is a biology and ecology. That environment is also a natural materials and living things including sunlight. This is called a environment. Then environment is over here where like you can look over here in the environment like lake, river, delta, gulf, plateaus, canyon, caves, desert, beaches, peninsulas. Like these are a kind of environment which we look in our surround, like ecology or biology, like living things or non-living things. We find over here trees, water, mountain, ice cap, glaciers, these type. Then what happening of this is the environment. What happening to the environment when human doing any kind of activity on the earth. Like we have the natural systems of recycling, just for example, like how the rainfall, it start with the humidity, then condensation, then start precipitation, like rainfall. Then this is called the natural thing. So what happening over here, that humans are using like this CFCs gases. They use transport, they use lot of transport, they use doing different factories. That smokes are going up at the atmosphere. So what happening, that greenhouse which we look over here, if it is less it would be fine. Greenhouses, if it's less it would be fine. If that would be happening because of these which environment that disturb the environment, so what happening, that smokes, that pollution go at the atmosphere, and where the greenhouse it is, that covered that greenhouse. So what happening, that sun rays, that radiation which come over here, which they should go out at the atmosphere, what happening, they start staying inside of this environment. So what happening, they start global warming. You can look over here, because of that human activities these happening. So what happening, this is the cause. Then we start deforestation, like we are doing deforestation for that's happening, that's also causes of environmental damage. Then you can look over here in the human activities, like if you're in the city areas, even there is rainfall, there would be rainfall, it would be acid rainfall formation. So these are the damaging of that environment. Like we are doing a lot of urbanization, like we are constructing new concretes, that happening, that change the environment. Where there is mountain, where there is lake, we fill that one and we do buildings over there, then we use factories over there. So what happening, that change the environment. That radiation stay inside. Where there is hot, it's change. For example, if there is a lake, you plan it and you make it a building. So what happening, before the environment was warm, right now what happening, it change into concrete, so it heat up in that area, that change that environment. So what happening, because of this, if this happening in a large amount, so what happening, that rays are staying inside again and again, again and again. So what happening, it start global warming. Global warming means a sudden change of climate. Like you can look over here, where before the environment, where the trees were used to of these kinds of heat in around surround there was warm. But what happening, because of that human activities, we start deforestation, we constructing buildings, and then we do for their own purposes. Humans, they start this one. So what happening, that tree which was used to of this environment, this air, they change into this one. So what happening, it start change their structure. So what happening, if because of this, the environment of in every part of the world, in the region in Antarctica, like there is a continental glacier, it start melting, sudden change of that environment. Then you can look over here, the natural greenhouse effect. Then what human enhance of that we discussed with you before the slide. What happening, because of this, what happened, that rays stay inside. So you can look over here, that change the color into red. So what happening, they change the environment. What happening, because of that, they start, if they start melting of glacier, so what happening, it start flooding. Then where there is water, it start making a drought over there. That's also a disaster. Hurricanes are coming on that regions, like this disaster. Then we can look over here, bushfires are starting on different regions. We have recently, even in Amazon it happening, and even in Australia forest, we find these kinds of disasters. This happening because of global warming. Then how we can control on this? Start afforestation and stop deforestation. Stop using product which release CFCs. Then use CNG instead of petrol or diesel. Use CNG instead of burning coal, wood and fossil fuel. Start cycling and walking in short distances. Use carpool or common transport system. So these were the solutions for that. Then another solution was also that to how to reduce global warming is to use, you can look over here in our daily life what we are doing. So we have to use less water or less hot water. Then use the off switch. This is also very important of. Then change a bulb which is harmful for the environment, that we have to change in. Then recycle system, then planted a tree. These were the solutions which you find. Instead, if you note, according to WMO, World Meteorological Organization has tell that if there would be note what happening, 35 million people affected in flood. Then ocean acidification is ongoing. Then these you can read these one. These were the informations about that has given because of if there would be extreme climate change. So these were the today's topic. We have find the solutions, the causes, and then we on the homework you will give you the questions. You will do that question. So thank you so much for listening me.